Hi, it's Ian again with the documentary My Love, here with Megan.
Hi.
And Megan's gonna tell us a little bit about her experiences with love.
It's just like, like you're floating, like on cloud nine. I've only been in love once, but it was amazing. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But there's a feeling like nothing else, like just you're alive.
Is that? I understand the feeling, but I always thought that love was forever. Everybody says love's forever and
Well, I think
love
you can
never
still,
dies.
I think you can still love a person, but not be in love with them.
Oh, so there's a difference.
There is a difference.
So which is the better love? I mean, to be in love in love or to love?
They're both very different. It's like apples and oranges.
Ooh.
Being in love with someone, is wanting to be with them all the time. You see them and you smile, and it's just this amazing feeling. But to love somebody like I love people as my friends, and just a different thing. You care for them, you have empathy for them.
Isn't that the true love, though? Isn't that the love what we're looking for?
Could be.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm looking for that love where you're not in love with a person, but you love a person.
Right, you love them no matter
I love
what.
this. I love that. It's just like when you eat something nice. You go, oh, I love this food. I love
Right.
this show. You can't even
Getcha
keep
right
quiet.
here.
Yeah, you can't even keep
Getcha.
quiet about it. You have to say it out. I love this. You announce it and pronounce it and stuff. And I think that's the feeling what we seek to find in people. I don't know. I don't know if I may have had that feeling when I was younger.
Not now.
But no, I do get it sometimes, but I'm still confused about love. And I think that's the thing with love is.
It would be love if it weren't confusing.
See, that's part of love, being confused. See, that's the thing. It's so dangerous. You got this confusion.
Absolutely.
You got this emotional turmoil
All
going up
going
in
crazy.
Is that love? Or love is madness.
Madness. There you go.
So I mean,
That's it.
what's the best kind of love you've ever experienced? I mean,
I think it's not more of loving someone else, more loving myself and knowing who I am. I think you can't fully love another person unless you really love yourself.
so if you have two individuals who love themselves but have love for each other,
I think I think it's more pure, more. Because if you can't love yourself, then
yeah, definitely.
what good is it? You can't
Definitely.
give yourself to someone else if you can't love yourself.
See,
you know?
this is what I'm saying. I think love is definitely something to do with giving, and a lot to do with giving.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's the key. The key word in this love thing is giving. Yeah, whether it's giving your time,
agree.
giving the moment, giving affection.
What about trust? Can you love?
Oh.
Can you love the person before you trust the person?
I think yes, absolutely, and that was a big part of my last relationship was trust. And I lost trust, and it was, it's very hard once you lose that. Once you lose that to get it back.
Maybe if you
And they're trying, but.
maybe if you gave trust, that giving, if you gave trust, maybe it would have worked differently.
I don't know. I think that I was pretty giving.
Giving trust with
Yes.
real trust.
Yes. And
I mean,
yeah, it was.
I
It didn't
find
work out. And they're trying to get back in there, get back in the game, but it's very difficult. It's very difficult once that boundary has been crossed.
yeah, definitely.
To go back and say, you know what, I was wrong. This was wrong.
Is it
You
because
know-
of the hurt you might feel afterwards, or the feeling of feeling like a fool, or
I think it's both. I think it's the hurt, the anger. It's very, and it's also it's kind of humiliating. Like, how can I be so stupid?
but that's what love's
But
about.
it's
Love's
just,
about
it is
being.
what it is.
Love is about being foolishly
You
in
can't
love.
help who you love. So
Yeah, love's blind. You're not thinking. You're moving with your heart. So how could you feel foolish?
it's true. It's just it's something in the head. You're like, oh,
You may think that you're
Right.
foolish, but you're not feeling foolish.
Right.
That's a different thing. So I don't know. It's quite hard because I find it hard to trust, and I find that's a big part of a relationship for me. I have to trust, the lady I'm with or the woman I'm with before.
Why can't you trust? What is the reason why you cannot trust?
Because people have broken my trust.
There you go.
And when it's been broken before, or you've been lied to before, it's quite hard to give out your trust again. To be
Absolutely.
trampled on.
So you're somewhat paranoid about trusting, right? It's like
You're not paranoid,
you,
just
you,
more
you feel
cautious.
you feel like, oh,
You're
it's
more
gonna happen
cautious,
again.
more
But then again,
guarded.
if you with that feeling, right, then the person can't sense that. You know what I mean?
They can sense it.
And there again,
Yeah.
they will distrust you too.
But with the right person, they would take that sensation and use it to make it more easier on you.
Right,
They
make you
should
more
not
comfortable.
make you
If
more
you're
comfortable.
In a good situation,
Yeah.
that person's going to do everything they can to make you comfortable in the situation. So there is no reason to trust or not trust. You just do it and you go with it.
Yeah, so I would say that, the right person would be aware of this, and they would try and make you feel secure within your insecurities, And if your insecurity is trust, your aim is to make yourself the most trustworthy person for your partner, and whatever it takes. And I think you doing that, not for the time being, but for the whole time.
Absolutely.
And I see it as a simple thing as basically, I see love and trust and all that as a mirror. Now, if your partner knows how to reflect and look in the mirror and say, well, I wouldn't like that to happen to me, or they were doing this to me, or doing this at the same time, cheating or whatever, and just putting themselves in your shoes while they're going, maybe approaching an action, which might lead to some kind of sexual discourse or something like that, and they put themselves in your shoes and reflect like a mirror. I think then we have trust. Then I know they can trust, and then they would know how it would feel, and they won't do it. I think it's that thought of reflection, builds the trust in most people.
So trust is more important before you can love yourself and then another.
Well, it's not more important.
It
It's
kind of all
important.
happens at the same time. It's kind of one leads into the other.
It's important. I think it's important to those who have had their trust, misused. It's very important to those people. To other people, it's not important. I mean, it was important to me, but with another girl, it wasn't so important to me, where I tried to supersede it by saying, well, I'm going to let her do what she wants. She can't do no wrong. Even if she does this and do that, yeah, she can do it. Yeah, she is giving me so much by showing me myself and showing me how to reflect within myself. Yeah, and for that, I trust her with anything. She can do what she wants. She can do no wrong. And if I suppose you put that in your head, that the person can do no wrong, regardless of what they do, they can't hurt you or harm you. And that works, but it's not
foolproof.
It's not, yeah,
Because
it's not the right
they
method.
can always do something. There's always something.
They will do something. So
Everybody's human. Everybody makes mistakes, and
it's really hard. It's really hard to be in love with someone and not trust them.
right. Very difficult.
And you have faith and belief, which all derivative from trust. And people, believe in God, and but it doesn't mean they trust God. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You just believe that it's there.
They believe it's there, and they might believe in a person, but they don't trust the person. And that's the love what's floating around without the trust. And I think the more unified love is one with the trust, where you know that your wife's hair. She could be in a sex party with an orgy with 10 million people, and she ain't gonna participate. Or she's got her head screwed on. That she could be with my best friend and sleep in the same bed. But her thoughts and her mind will not stray on anything else. And that's the kind of trust you need in a person, vice versa, man or woman. And I think that's important to me in love, which is quite hard to find. So
Very hard. Very hard.
Very hard to
Megan,
find.
can you seek out love, or you just have to let things happen as they happen? Or you have to like really aspire and search and
I think it's
be
a mix.
selective, that kind of thing?
I think it's very much a mix of seeking it out and letting it happen. I read the book The Rules.
The rules.
The Rules.
Uh-huh.
And I found it very interesting that they said, you have to go out. You can go out. You can find him. You can, if you do these 10 things, you'll find a man who's going to marry you and love you forever. And
Have you followed
I
those the
think,
rules?
no, because I thought, frankly, some of them were bullshit. So
So you didn't agree with the author of that
No.
book? Okay.
I mean, it was very.
It's like a formula, right?
Right,
Like,
it's a
there's
formula.
no such thing as
It's like A plus B equals C,
Gotcha.
and people don't work that way.
Like a
People
manual.
don't- Right. People don't work like that. Like, oh, I'm not supposed to talk to a man first.
how's that? Yeah.
Oh.
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares if I talk to him, he talks to me? Who cares?
I tell you, in London, women come up to men and talk to them first.
It's
Really?
like, okay, well, I want to go talk to the guy. Oh, I didn't talk to him. Maybe he's just shy.
It's true.
You
I'm
know,
shy
maybe he's
usually.
just shy. He didn't want to come talk to me because he's shy. I think it happens when it's going to happen. I think everything is relatively laid out for us how our lives are going to go, and I think that if great things happen when you're not even expecting them.
Exactly.
So it just kind of runs up and hits you when you're not, when you're okay, I'm done, I'm not looking, I've stopped, and boom, that's what happens. So, and I think especially women in Manhattan are so far bent on finding that man, getting married, having that,
Like it's a
classic
goal or
six,
something.
right? Having
The
the classic
demands
six
are greater.
exactly, because the ratios of women to men is so high in Manhattan, and there are 3 women for every man in Manhattan. So
Oh
it's
my
like
God,
it's
I
like
didn't
a
know
big,
that.
it's just a rat race. Yeah. So it's very.
Now let me ask you a question: are women shy in America as opposed to like? Here's an example that Ian proposed. He said, in Europe, women approach men. What is the reason why women are shy here? I mean, like
Because they read bullshit books like The View or The Rules. They read books like The Rules,
And they
think
stick
that
to
they think that that's what they have to do to get a man. But
But this is a capitalistic country, so the writer of that book knows for a fact that this book will sell because everyone
Right.
craves for it. So why do they follow that? That's the question. You know what I mean? It's like maybe he or she's not
because
writing
they
from
heard
the
a
heart,
friend-
but just for
They heard a friend of
financial-
their friend followed the rules, and they got a husband, and they now have a house out in the Hamptons, and they're, have their 3 kids. Oh, my friend of my
Dream
friend of my
life.
friends, did that, and she landed so and so, and now, he makes $100,000, $200,000 a year, and we have this house, and blah blah
But
blah.
that's to get a man, but is that to get, a lover or love?
I don't think I'm sure they can probably land you a man, some man. You can go out to a bar,
And get a man.
and get a man.
Mm.
But if you're following somebody else's rules, if you're not,
Right, not
if
following
you're
your
not
own heart.
being
How are you going to get
then
your man?
you gotta pretend and do those stupid rules
It's not you.
for the next 50 years when you're married to this guy, and then you're not you, and then you lose yourself, and then if you don't have yourself, then what good are you to somebody else? So,
Let me ask you a question. Is time important?
time is in.
For a woman, it is.
Well, time in general. I
would
mean, it's
say
an invention, is it not?
biological clock.
I think,
I mean,
I think
like,
women are
can you
getting-
really think ahead? Like Americans, people in America tend to think ahead, like, oh, in the future there will be
Right.
better.
Right.
But forgetting about the now. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, is time important for you? Like, are you like a goal-oriented person, or
I think about it, I'm like, oh, well, I'd like to
or
be.
are you living life to the fullest as long as you're living.
Right. I mean, it's like you never know what's going to come around the corner. I'd like to say that this and this and this is going to happen in the next 5 years, but
Things
all we
change.
have for sure right now is right now. So why, waste all your energy and time thinking, okay, I'm going to meet the guy I'm going to marry in the next 6 months. I'm going to be married in the next year and a half. I'm going to have a house. I'm going to have a job. I'm going to have
It's
kids.
like planning. You can't
And
plan
you can't
life,
plan
can
it.
you?
If you spend all of your time and your energy planning, you're missing what's going on out here.
How you doing? I'm Shannon. I'm from Long Island. I'm 21 years old, and I'm here to find out how these people feel about love.
Sure.
And what were your names?
I'm Eric.
Sophie.
Where are you from?
Long Island.
How old are you guys?
17.
16.
16.
So, guys, what exactly do you think love is?
I don't know.
A feeling, an emotion?
It's I don't know. I guess it's just a bond between humans. I guess that's to a certain greater degree than.
It's not a hard question. What do you think love is? Do you love him? How do you feel for him? What does he make you feel?
Happy, I guess. It's finding someone who makes you feel happy.
Finding someone who makes you feel happy?
Yeah, but I guess it's more than that. I mean, I guess it could be between, I guess, more than just people, but I guess you could love objects and animals and.
So it's a feeling of affection for something or someone
Right.
that you care for.
I guess so.
Sounds like a good explanation.
I don't know. I don't think it's worth reading too much into, but it's just something that's there.
How you doing? What's your name and where you from?
My name is Melissa and I'm from Mount Vernon.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay, and what if you had to define love? How would you define the word love?
I would define the word love as being something that both person feel in a relationship. You know how you care, you trust, you depend on each other. It's like mainly trusting each other and that relationship that you have with each other.
So you can only love people?
No, you can love people, you can love animals, you can love anybody. Anything. I mean,
Where does love come from?
I don't know that. I don't know that.
Why do people need love? Why? What's the
To be
reason?
happy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
You
that
need
brings
love to be happy?
Be happy.
Are you in love right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Who are you in love with?
My mother.
Oh, say hi. What do you think love is? Come on, what is love to you?
A big bowl of cherries.
Love is a big. You heard it first. Love is a big bowl of cherries.
Eat until you can't eat no more. That means it could be this bowl, that bowl, the other bowl until you're satisfied.
There you
Is love
go.
forever?
I don't think so. It's just
How long?
something.
How long is the longest you can be in love? with one person?
Probably about 10, 15 years. And then you start becoming like, like you're saying.
Too used to each other?
Yes. And
Too
you need
comfortable.
Yeah, and you need a change.
You
and
need something new.
Yeah, something much more,
So
like.
how can marriage be based on love?
I think.
If you were to bring out children into this world and like, you know what I mean? Can it be based on love then? If it's only
I think
15 years?
when the children come, I think you love that person at the time, and as time goes by, it's either you grow to either, the children come and it makes such a big difference, and you're like saying, oh, life can't be like this, whereas they're saying, oh gee, because I have the kids, I have to go to the park, I have to do this, I have to do that, can't find time for one another anymore, and then you started drifting apart.
So you think the love that stays together in a marriage is more for a family than for a person individually?
I think for a family than the person. Yeah.
I'm Ashley. I'm from Long Island, New York, and I'm 20.
Okay, and what is your outlook on love? What is love to you?
Love is just you and the other person doing things for each other, making each other happy, getting through hard times together, and always being there for each other.
Do you think love will last forever?
If you're lucky, yes.
Okay, and where do you think, how does marriage fit into the whole thing? Do you love them more so you get married, or do you just feel comfortable, or?
It's a matter of comfort and that your love is going to last forever, so you're with them, you want to spend the rest of your life with them, so if you feel that need, do it.
Hi, my name's Peter. We're shooting a documentary called My Love, and we're here in New York City, Times Square.
Where are you from?
I'm from New York City, actually. I live here. And this is my friend Chico, and she's from Japan. Say hello.
Hello. Konnichiwa.
Okay.
And we want to ask you today, what is love in your opinion? What does it mean in your opinion?
I think the love is sharing each other. And what about you, Peter?
What about me? I think love is satisfaction through pleasing others. Something like that.
I see. Why do people need love?
I think there's a variety of reasons. Come here. We're shooting a documentary called My Love. And we want to know what's your name, first of all?
Guy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm Peter.
How old are
Nice
you?
to meet you.
Where are you from?
21 from Newark, New Jersey.
All right.
And we'd like to know what, in your opinion, is love? What does love mean?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Have you
No
been in
idea?
love?
You ever
Nah.
love somebody?
Never been in love.
I love my parents, but I ain't never been in love.
Okay.
Shit. Say love is about sharing, about giving to other people in order to find fulfillment. I'm not sure exactly why that is. I guess it's something genetic that's built into us in some way. And perhaps because of our training growing up, being cared for by our parents, things of that nature, and the closeness that we experience at that time maybe makes us desire to have it again as we grow older.
In your day-to-day life, do you notice a lot of people in love? I mean,
Yes.
you can
yeah, I
notice
do.
someone being
Yeah.
in love because there's that aura, right, around them.
Sure, yeah.
Do you notice a lot of people nowadays that are in love? Like, I'm talking about genuine love.
Genuine love. Yeah. I would say among my family and friends, I know people like that. People who are married, and I think one thing in our society, which is kind of unfortunate, is that people don't really believe in love anymore. They don't believe that
Why do you think is the reason that it's becoming that way, or it has become so far already?
Why? I guess. I think it's very complicated, probably. But maybe one reason is kind of
Because of drama, right?
we become very skeptical about everything, unfortunately. And we
What
don't really,
leads us towards that?
I think one thing is probably our education, the way we're educated, and the fact that we're taught to be skeptical from the time we're very young, and we're taught to criticize authority and things of that nature. And I think so we tend to doubt. And anything that looks good, we kind of say, well, maybe it must not be good because it can't be real. And also, I think because our society is so corrupt, unfortunately, everyone is very selfish, and as a result, there really isn't a lot of love, unfortunately, in our society. That's what I think.
What do you think must be done in order for the people to return back to
I think we need a
the way it used to be?
cultural change. I think our culture
There's got to be some
is
kind of leader with passion or something, right? Or
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It all comes from the leader, right?
Yeah, I think maybe not from a leader, but maybe from possibly from a leader, possibly from some kind of abstract
Hero or something.
maybe an abstract ideal that people will accept, people will believe. For example, religion is helpful in this way because it unites a vast majority of people together with a common belief and a kind of a universal sense of what love is. And that's,
What about convergence of all religions into one?
Well, I think that's a kind of a nice idea, but it's not really possible because there's so many conflicting ideas in religion. So if they converge, then you're really kind of destroying the original product, which in some cases may be a good thing. It might be beneficial,
Right.
but
For the whole humanity, it is beneficial. Right?
yeah, perhaps.
I see. All right.
So,
Is there anything, regardless of love, you want to tell to the whole world? You have a chance.
I have a chance to tell the whole world. Well, that's pretty good.
Something that you've thought of, you wanted to share with the whole world. You have a chance now.
Wow, I wish I had prepared. I would say life is short, but that doesn't mean we should have a carpe diem attitude. We should realize that true joy in life is not grasping, is not trying to seize every moment as tight as we can, but learning to love, like we're talking about here, and learning to appreciate life, and I think find joy in spirituality and in the knowledge of God, I would say.
Hi, I'm Angelo. I'm here to talk about love. I'm 34, and this is...
Where are you from,
Leah.
Angela?
Oh, go ahead.
Angela, where are you from?
I'm from Milan.
Okay. And this
You're
is?
from?
I'm Leah. I'm from New York.
So what do you think about love, Leah?
What is love?
What is love? Oh, who knows? I think love is different for everybody.
All right.
You know.
Have you been in love? Are you in love?
I'm not in love.
Have you been in love?
I have been in love, but it was high school love, like
like young and naive and
So what are you
wonderful.
saying? Ever since high school, you haven't been in love?
No.
Come on, what's the matter with you?
No, it's true. There's a big difference between loving and being in love. And I've loved, but not been in love. So, yeah.
I see. What can you share with the world? I mean, come on, you're the host. What's the matter with
This
you?
is a very.
I'm over now.
It's very sad now. I think we have to do something.
Do you have any questions to ask
Do,
Leah?
do we have any questions for you?
I think that's your question, right?
Let me say this again. She seems like she's shy. Do we have any questions for you?
You seem like you're shy. You're not.
Do you have any questions for me?
She's turning it on me now. Oh, 1 second. Let me ask you this then. Do you feel sad that you haven't been in love since high school?
No, I'm looking forward to it whenever it happens again.
Does the person have to seek love? I mean, what is, like...
I don't think you can seek love.
Or you have to be open to things happening naturally, like...
You know what? Of a
and
friend.
if not, why?
You do have to be open to it. You know, a friend of mine's mother said something very, very, very interesting. I thought she said the person that you're looking for is out there. All the qualities that you're looking for in this person is absolutely out there. They've just yet to manifest themselves in a way that you can recognize. So you have to be at a place in your life where you're able to recognize what you're looking for. She says you can't claim it if you can't name it. So until you can figure it out for yourself, I think you just have to be in the right spot for it, the right place.
It's like a radio, keep being in tune, right? Like you gotta tune into the wavelength, and whatever wave catches on, that's
and I think you have to be able to understand yourself, to be able to understand what it is and exactly what you're looking for.
Do you understand yourself?
I'm getting there. I'm still young, so.
You're not 12, are you?
I'm not 12. I'm a little older than that, but it's life is a journey. I've got a lot to figure out before I can worry about this.
Do you notice a lot of people in love nowadays?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Why do you think is the reason why there isn't much love going on? I'm talking about like spiritual love, when there's an aura around people's faces,
Sure. Well, I think a big thing, a big factor in that is that it's New York, and I don't think people don't really come to New York City to be in love. I think people come to New York City to work and to pursue a dream usually. Like it's a very ambitious thing. If you do fall in love in New York, I mean it's a beautiful thing, but like I think for the most part people are out here to work, and I think that kind of feeds into their personal lives and love, so to speak. So I think you would see a lot more of it outside the city. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
I don't know. I feel very strongly that people don't necessarily come to this place to meet somebody as much as they come here to chase a dream or a certain ambition.